The WASDE report is out. Wheat dropped below $6.50 in Kansas City. And of course, the holidays are coming up. Here to talk about all of that is Kim Anderson, our grain marketing specialist. Kim, let's start with Kansas City. Wheat now is broke below support at $6.50.
I think that's significant. We've talked about that for about the last 6 weeks, that we had support at that $6.50. It's very strong support indication, and looking at the charts, it's difficult to tell how far it can fall from that $6.50 level. So we're about a dime below there. We'll just have to see what happens, but it is a significant happening.
All right, but then again, with the slowing of activity this time of year, how much stock can you really put in that?
Well, it's during the holiday seasons, and that's exactly correct. The trading is light, so you don't have the volume. So if you've got some buyers or sellers coming in, it's going to drive the price a little more. I think that it is important that we realize that we broke that support level, and that $6.50 is now resistance. We're just going to have to wait till after the first of the year. Probably the critical time period is either a couple days after the first, or really the second week after the 1st of January, because you got people getting out of the markets on the end of the year. They'll come back in January, so it'll take about a week for it to work things out and then to get back into the level trading. Second week in January is extremely important.
All right, let's talk about the WASDE report. What in there, anything led to this drop?
I don't think so. They on wheat, they increased the ending stocks about 50 million bushels. They lowered the exports 50 million, and that was on the hard red winter wheat, and so it took the brunt of that. We didn't have much price action on Friday or Monday or Tuesday. It was a Wednesday before we got the breakthrough $6.50. So I don't think much that WASDE report had much impact on the prices. A little bit. It definitely no support there, and it was definitely negative.
All right, what about Argentina and Australia? What's going on in those countries?
Well, on the WASDE report, they increased their production. You got Australia now about a billion and 50 million. Their old record was below a billion bushels. Lots of wheat. They talked about the weather and the reduced quality in Australia. But with over a billion bushel harvest, you can lose 150 million bushels of wheat and still be above average for their exportable wheat.
All right, Kim, let's break out the crystal ball. What are we going to see this next spring?
I think we're going to continue to see weakness in prices, especially if we get those timely rains on the Oklahoma, Texas, and Kansas wheats. There's just a lot of wheat around the world, and I think that's going to bear heavy on the market.
All right, good information as always. Thanks for joining us. Kim Anderson, our grain marketing specialist.